Okay, so now let's talk about this new project. What we're gonna do is I'm giving you the code that will basically allow you to have scrolling, like say like TikTok or Instagram, and you'll have videos. Now, because the videos, the scrollable videos are streaming, that means um your your UI will not be blocked, meaning you can scroll up and down to the different videos with no problem. When each video goes off out of view, they will stop. You scroll back, they will pick up again. This code does that, and I will explain it line by line. But this video isn't about this entire project. This is just a premise. This is about what this video is going to be about is an initializer, right? This right here. Why the underscore under view model, right? Well, and that's what we're going to talk about. Okay. So we are trying to understand the underscore player in the initializer or underscore whatever. The underscore syntax refers to the backing storage for the at state property wrapper or at state object, by the way. So what is underscore player or whatever property that is involved that is being used and that is the at state or at state object property wrapper is being used on. Okay, the player is declared as the at state property. Since at state is a property wrapper, its actual data is stored inside an internal structure. Underscore player allows directly modifying the underlying state storage inside the initializer, right? Which is not possible with the player directly. This means that you can't modify or use player directly inside the initializer. You must access it by the underscore player. Now, why is the underscore player used? Again, regular player cannot be assigned to the init. This fails because SwiftUI's at state requires mutation through the state system, and Swift does not allow assigning directly in the initializer. So that means in the initializer, Swift will not allow you to directly initialize anything that uses the at state or at state object property wrappers. Okay. Underscore player allows initialize. Underscore player allows initializing in the at state property in the init. This works because underscore player refers to the internal storage of the at state property. Okay. Again, term player. This is the at state property wrapper that manages the AVPlayer instance. Underscore player, the underlying mutable storage of player used for initialization. This is what allows assigning an initial value to the at state property inside the initializer. So with that out of the way, we're going to get back to the code and we're going to explain it line by line and then run it. So here we go. Okay. Now, we're going to start at the top. We have our struct of video, and we have which has conforms to identifiable, which means we have to have an ID, and then we have UUID, which gives it a value. We have a title string, our URL, and then we have our video player view model, which conforms to observable object, which means in our property that we want to use is published as a result. This is our initializer, which means we pass a URL every time we make an instance of video player view model. Pass it a URL. This URL is used to create an AV player, and this is how we have, this is how we initialize our player property as within the at published property wrapper. Then we have our content view, right? Inside our content view, we have uh, class property videos, 5 videos, okay? 5 video objects with the proper title and URLs, okay? And then we're gonna come here to our body. We have our scroll view where we're gonna put everything, lazy stack, um, right? Scroll view that goes vertical, not horizontal. Lazy stack, spacing 0. And then for each video in videos, we're going to create a video player view and pass it a video, right? And of course, the frame is UI screen may not bounce out width, and the height is the height of the UI screen as well. Okay. And so now we have our video player view. Get down to our video player view. Again, our video player view has a video property. We have which is one of the properties that are passed to it, right? Video player view, which is the property that's passed to it to initialize it. And then, of course, we have our state object view model, video player view model, and our is playing property. State, which is the state, use the at state wrapper. Okay. Now, we need to, when we set this up with video, this video is used to initialize our view model, okay? So we pass this in here, our initializer. We set the video property, and then set the view model. We use, again, state object, wrap value, video player view model, and we use the video property. No, we use the URL property of the video object. All right. Now our view model has been properly initialized. Now we can use it. Okay. Let's go here. And of course we have the Z stack. This is like more of like instead of worry about alignment from top to bottom or left to right, it's position from front to back, right? Top to bottom. Okay. Let's see. Then we have right here video player, view model dot player. There's a player property in our view model. And we can always jump and see and find that. See right there that we pass to it. Okay. Of course, we pass the URL, and the URL is used to instantiate the player. That's how we initialize the value of the player. Okay. Let's go back. And then, so we have our video player and we have our modifiers to make sure that it's a certain height and width, scale to fit, edges, ignoring the safe area. Then we have our text, video.title. And of course, this displays our titles. And these are all the modifiers that make it the colors and the looks that we want it to have. Then on change, we fire off all of this. Okay. And basically, we're setting the screen height is visible, and is playing. So basically, what this does is when your video is visible, right? When it's in the view, right? And is playing, view mod player dot play. Else, if not visible, that means once you scroll off, then it pauses. Okay. You come back, it starts again. Okay. You scroll off, it goes, and this is how it works, this is how it operates. Okay. So now that all this code is explained to you, we're gonna go ahead and run it, and you can see for yourself how it works. Okay, so now let's go ahead and let's run this. This is video one. As you can see, it's already started. That's a sign that it's starting. You just can't hear it yet. This is the second video. Video three. For some reason, it's the problem with this URL, and that's why that's doing that. And this is the fourth video, and then this video five. You notice as I scroll off, the last one stops. Just like TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah, main engine start. 4, 3,
Pause.
2, 1.
So yeah, so that's how this works. And yeah, I want you to take this code, download it to your machine, play with it, run with it, and yeah, on to the next.